Western society teaches us to fear everything, so we often grow up with a lot of fear-based programming. This programming is housed in the unconscious psyche and soma, our body. The term ego death is often bandied about. Experiencing an ego death is tantamount to complete disintegration of the self and or becoming one with the cosmos or the universe. It is a state in which an individual ceases to exist as a human being and literally becomes a molecule of light. Well, at least that's been my experience. An ego death can seem surreal in many ways, but it can also offer the greatest sense of peace and tranquility. An ego death, however, is transient, because as soon as we begin to use the thinking brain again, we return to our body. However, it can also be a very profound experience due to what can be learned during that experience. Often clients report feeling more connected to everything and everyone, and they tend to shift their relationship towards death and dying as well. MDMA has been referred to as a feeling enhancer, since feelings are primarily emotional. It would be more accurate to refer to this medicine as a feeling optimizer, due to the enhancement of the emotion of love. MDMA tends to expand our emotional awareness without interfering with our thinking. This medicine, it has remarkable potential, and its derivatives as well, as the medicine's ability to bring long repressed memories and emotions to the surface to be processed, and with this increased awareness being present in the moment. MDMA is considered, for lack of a better terminology, the champagne of feeling enhancers. Good facilitators guide clients through and past memories and concerns, while guiding them toward new insights, revelations, in relation to past relationships, experiences, and memories. I emphasize this because I see verbal interaction as an invaluable vehicle for guiding people and helping them go deeper into difficult experiences. At the same time, I always take a backseat to psyche and the medicine and defer to both as my guide. The core belief systems of self-esteem, self-worth, and self-love can all be increased through this medicine. Self-understanding is based upon our core beliefs about ourselves. Western society teaches us to fear everything, so we often grow up with a lot of fear-based programming. This programming is housed in the unconscious psyche and soma, our body. The belief systems, I am not good enough, adequate, worthy, or lovable, are all fear-based beliefs infused into us by the external world. They may come from our parents being overly critical or judgmental or impatient with us, or infused into us from other family members, teachers, coaches, friends, peers, or other previous experiences. Either way, the belief system, there is something wrong with me or bad inside of me, is a false and erroneous belief. None of us are defective, broken, or need to be fixed. All that is needed is a shift in right relationship with the truth regarding our internal programming. The challenge for most of us is that this programming is so embodied in our internal patterning that we fear even the thought of looking at it. Often we feel it is just too uncomfortable, painful, or scary to look at. So we resort back to what is comfortable and known, which is the old false programming of not being good enough, worthy, or lovable. This makes us feel disempowered, incomplete, fractured, or split off from our true self. In other words, we don't feel whole, which makes looking deep into our psyche even more threatening and even more dangerous. Not only that, but we feel disconnected from others because our core belief systems tell us that everyone is better than us. These are all lies and untruths. The conscious self, or the ego, the inner critic, keeps reiterating. In the end, We don't trust our own judgment or trust others. We disavow the self that was made in God's likeness. With this medicine, we get to peer under the veil, move deeper into the underworld of psyche to see what is in the shadow without debilitating fear. We can look at unresolved guilt, shame, loss, grief, and sadness without the uncomfortable fear and pervasive self-loathing. We can access our truth and the understanding that we have been living our life through the veil of erroneous, false beliefs and untruths. This in itself can be extremely empowering. We often discover there's nothing inside of us that is so bad or broken. Sure, there are going to be some areas we need to work on. We may need to make some shifts in our behavior, our way of being that are unpleasant to witness. However, unpleasant feelings are much easier to experience than the idea we are not good enough. This allows us to move into self-acceptance, self-forgiveness, forgiveness of others, and to develop a deeper sense of self-love. There is much clinical research suggesting anxiety and fear of pain heightens the perception of pain and exasperates negative feelings or experiences. It's not unusual for clients to state they have less fear of pain and even death. These fears get transmuted and become less acute. Often, once we acknowledge chronic pain, once it gets called out, both pain and fear subside. On this particular medicine, individuals can organize their thoughts and direct their attention to specific tasks and process them expediently. Thank you for watching today. I am Dr. Michael Hofrath, and I look forward to being of service in any way that I can.